Guys, welcome to MMA Uncut. It's your boy Sebastian here in the house. Obviously, Richie Rax is a little busy right now, but we are here to talk about the fights that happened yesterday. So huge things. Woo, what a night. UFC 214, Jones versus Cormier. So where do we start? Well, let's just start at the main event and go down. Jon Jones came in attacking Cormier, but you know what? He wasn't hurting him. And Cormier was eating everything. I was surprised. To me, I scored the fight. I gave the first round to Cormier at the end. At the very beginning, he hit Jon Jones, made his mouthpiece fly out, and he stayed on. He was giving him pressure. Looks like Jones was getting a little tired. The oblique kicks and all the things that he does, it bothers you, it hurts you, but it's not going to knock you out. So you saw Cormier pushing the action, coming forward. At the end, he hit him with a hard right hand. So Jones he took that punch really well, but like I said, I thought DC was up 2 rounds. First round, DC won it. If you said Jones won that round, I can give it to you as well. It was a close round. But like I said, I would give it to Cormier. Second round, more action. I said, this is an action-packed fight. I gave it to Cormier. I think Cormier was pressing the action a little bit more. He was talking smack to Jones to tell him, no, it's not hurting me. That's all you got. No, it's not hurting me. That's all you got. Third round, guys, it looks like DC gassed a little bit. He wasn't moving. His head movement wasn't as clean. And what can you say? Jon Jones beat him with that left head kick and just caught him. It was just a clean kick. I mean, I wish Cormier would have grabbed him a little bit. I wish Cormier would have wrestled with him a little bit more. Right? We expect Cormier to still be the better wrestler, right? He's obviously, on paper, he's the way better wrestler. But like I said, Jon Jones is so long. So I ask Richie all the time, like, how come he doesn't ragdoll Jon Jones? Because leverage. Jones is just long. You can't find wrestlers at that size, at 205, that are that long. So, I don't know. Like I said, Jon Jones, he's got to be the greatest light heavyweight of all time, guys. I don't think that's even up for debate. Cormier could have beat him yesterday. I think he had him. I think he was up 2-0. He was on his way to win the third round. I really think he could have won that fight, but he just got kicked. Is Jones a better fighter? Yeah, he's the better fighter, because me and Richie were talking this morning, and I called him and I said, Cormier has to fight the perfect fight. Jones doesn't have to fight the perfect fight. He can even be a little off. But as long as he turns it up at the right time, he can beat him. He can finish him with kicks. Man, I love Daniel Cormier. A lot of people are hating, saying he's a crybaby. Man, that guy has accomplished so much. He lost his daughter in a car wreck. He's a great wrestler, guys. That guy started from nothing. Kane's wrestling coach, went to Strikeforce. He was out of shape, 260 pounds. Saw him fight 260. He was a nobody. And now he's worth, if you look at his net worth, $5 million. He got a Fox deal with Fox as a commentator. So he's doing really well. Second greatest light heavyweight of all time. I mean, you can't. He was a champ, guys. You can say what you want, but Jon Jones took himself out of competition. What did Jon Jones prove to me yesterday? Well, it proved that he can compete without steroids, right? We're assuming, a lot of people assume, well, maybe he was on steroids. A lot of people were saying that. Obviously, that didn't make too much of a difference. Jon Jones, guys, looks way big for the division. I forgot how much bigger he looks than everybody. It's been a while since we've seen him fight. And last time he fought OSP. OSP's a big guy. But man, Jon Jones is way too big for that division. Jon Jones, like, yeah, I make the weight, true. But he dwarfs people. One thing about Jon Jones, he called out Brock Lesnar in the fight. Me and Rich were going back and forth on that one. I think Brock could beat him. I mean, I think Brock can take him down. He's so massive, guys. You don't understand. That guy, he cuts down to 265. If he grabs Jon Jones, he's in trouble. Standing, of course, Jon Jones is going to shred him. Brock has no stand-up game. We all know that. We've seen that. But, like I said, overall, great night yesterday. I was in shock. The way Cormier got, I mean, people said that it was too late. No, you know what? You let a champion try to fight out of it. And, yeah, he went out, but I guarantee you that's the way he wanted to go. So, Big John McCarthy called it right, in my opinion. I think, like I said, he just got there's even a clip, and they're showing the corners, Cormier's corner and Jones' corner. And when he got hit and Jones finished him, you can hear Javier Vasquez, like, he just caught him with the left kick. There's nothing we could have done. Cormier was winning that fight. Cormier can't beat Jones. He can beat him. I think they fight 10 times. Cormier beats him 3 times, and Jones wins 7. Like I said, Jones doesn't have to be on his 100% A game to beat Cormier. He can A plus game, B plus, but Cormier has to be on his A game plus. He has to fight the perfect fight to beat him. He can beat him, but like I said, at a 10, Cormier beats him 3. I wish Cormier would have wrestled more. That's the only thing. I wish Cormier would have wrestled more. It looks like Jones was tiring out. But guys, I mean, he's not a devastated puncher. He like I said, he's attacking you everywhere. So obviously he's a great wrestler. He's diverse. Man, I'm a huge GC fan, guys. Like I said, it was cool to see John Jones give him the praise and everything that he deserved, because DC's a good guy, guys. All these people booing him for no reason. You don't need to boo DC. DC, Kane's training partner. DC's a good guy. Well, co-main event. One quick thing. I want to say one quick thing. At the end, John Jones was giving some praise to Conor McGregor, and I agree with him. Guys, John Jones is the best light heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody's going to debate that. Even him, when they asked him about Stipe or Kane, he really doesn't want to fight those guys. He's like, I don't know. I need to find the stylistic matchup that makes sense for me. Conor McGregor, guys, not to be a nut rider or anything like that, will go up and fight anybody. He fought Nate Diaz, the bigger man. John Jones won't do it. He's like, it has to be stylistically makes sense for me to fight that person. I don't think Conor would say that. I'm pretty sure Conor would say, I'll fight anybody. That's what Dana White says. Of course, we got to see if he comes back and fights Khabib. If he fights Khabib or Tony Ferguson, he'll fight anybody. He did fight a bigger Nate Diaz, guys, 170. So shout out to Conor McGregor. Like I said, the Conor fight and Mayweather have stolen everything. That's all everybody talks about. Yesterday was a boxing fight. Mikey Garcia versus Adrian Broner. And everybody's talking about the Conor fight. Nobody gives a fuck about anything else. So it's cool how, in a way, how they just took, inflated all the events. So let's talk about the co-main event, guys. Damian Maia versus Tyron Woodley. Damian Maia shot on him 24 times, and Woodley stuffed them all 24. It was ugly as hell. Woodley for sure did not gain any fans. Dana White called him out, said he could have done a lot more, but he's not. It's funny how when people become champions, they don't take as many risks. GSP, Anderson Silva, Aldo. I don't know if you guys remember when Jose Aldo first came out. He's come out with flying knees. This guy was crazy. GSP was explosive as well. He tried to finish you. Anderson Silva, when he first became champion, when he fought Rich Franklin, I mean, he was taking chances, throwing bombs. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I guess maybe it's the pay. Maybe they just want to keep the belt. But yeah, Dana White's right. A lot of fans were, the whole time the fans were booing him. Damian Maia, best jiu-jitsu in the game, I think. Right? Hands down. But man, you have to incorporate something else. I like what Dominic Cruz was saying. He was saying, hey, you got to throw a left head kick. Throw a left head kick. Because that's going to keep Woodley honest. And that's how you take him down. And I was thinking about him, and that's so true. He did rock him a couple of times. Not too bad, but he caught him some lefts. He should have loaded up a lot more, because if you notice, Woodley was in position to stuff the takedown every time. So he could have caught him with something real big. Damian Maia, I don't see him fighting for a title anymore. Woodley looked okay. Like I said, we all know what Woodley's capable of when he wants to be there, but he's beatable, guys. He's for the taking. Next fight there, 170. I mean, if they say GSP is going to fight Bisping, Robbie Lawler, I guess, give Robbie a rematch. But 170, You know what, guys? You guys may think I'm crazy. And I was telling Richie this. I texted him last night. I said, Conor McGregor, I think, could be a 170-pound champ. I could see him beating Cowboy. I could see him beating Woodley. I can see him beating Cerrone. I can see Tony Ferguson going 170 and beating Woodley. Like I said, it's very close. That's where all the talent in the UFC is. 145 through 185. That's the cream of the crop. Like heavyweight, dry. Heavyweight, dry. But like I said, overall, Woodley didn't win any fans, guys. Damian Maia, you had your chance, man. You're still, a great fighter. But to be a champion, you got to have that extra level. You got to be diverse. You got to have something else. You can't just have the jiu-jitsu game. You got to have something to set it up. Prior to that, obviously, we saw the Cyborg fight. And the girl she fought, let me see her name right quick. I was watching her fight. Tanya Evinger. Well, guys, to me, and maybe I'm just tripping or something, but I feel like Cyborg is beatable as well. To me, she didn't look that dominant. I think she has a lot of openings. I think if she fights Amanda Nunes, you guys may think I'm crazy. If Amanda Nunes lets her hands go, she can rock her and hurt her and put her down. A lot of it's a mental game when you fight these people. Oh, this guy is so great. That's why when Anderson Silva got beat by Chris Weidman was not buying the hype. A lot of it's a mental thing, guys. Like I said, she's the new champ at 145. Who's going to challenge her? Amanda Nunes doesn't want to fight her. They got to find some people. Megan Anderson, maybe, from Invicta if she comes over. I'm not sold on that. That's not exciting for me. I'm a diehard MMA fan. Guys, Robbie Lawler, Donald Cerrone. We'll wrap it up with one more fight after that. So, Robbie Lawler comes out storming. I was taking a drink. Next thing you know, Robbie Lawler has this guy in trouble. Has him in the clinch. It looks like he rocked Cowboy a little bit. Cowboy came on towards the end of the first round. In the second round, it was his. It was 1-1. And here's the experience of Lawler. He won the third round barely. If you told me Cerrone would have won that fight, I wouldn't scream robbery. But, man, that was a good fight. Had it gone 5 rounds, whew, that would have been a great fight. Yeah. Where does Cowboy go from here? Like I said, 170 is up for the... 170, he's right there. Lawler could be the next in line to fight for the championship, guys. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, who else? Wonderboy Thompson. Woodley already fought him twice. So they need some fresh blood up there. Yeah. Cowboy would have won that fight. Maybe he's fighting for the championship, right? You put him in with Woodley. Why not? So like I said, none of them really lost too much in the rankings on that. Lawler obviously gained a little bit. But like I said, he was already a top-tier fighter, championship contender. Volkan versus Jimmy Manuwa. Wow, this guy has some bombs and has some power. I did not see Volkan doing that. I thought Jimmy Manuwa was going to win that fight when they got in the clinch and he hit him with an uppercut and a couple hooks. I mean, Jimmy Manuwa was out cold. Wow, that was crazy. I didn't see that. I would like to see this guy fight John Jones. I know Brendan Schaub talks very high about this guy. He's also Anthony Rumble's sparring partner. So you know he's getting hit by bombs. Speaking of Anthony Johnson, saw him at the he was at around the fight, guys. Saw him on TV. That guy put on some weight. I think he's told the reporter he's 275. That's a big boy, considering he used to fight at 170, right? So crazy. Volkan, guys. Woo! Well, light heavyweight, next for John Jones. If he doesn't fight Brock, which is going to take like 6 months, right, for USADA clear and everything, you got to give him Gustafsson. Volkanen could be next, right next. I mean, because you don't want to kill your contenders. If Jones beats Gustafsson, which is a tough fight, because Gustafsson has a reach. That's the thing is, Jones is bigger than everybody. It's a huge advantage because he uses it well. A lot of these fighters don't use it well. Stefan Struve doesn't use his reach well. Jones used it perfect. But against Gustafsson, I mean, every time you would hit Gustafsson, Gustafsson would hit him back. Matter of fact, Gustafsson was winning that fight, guys. Clearly won that fight until the 4th round. He got hit with that elbow. And then Jones won 4 and 5. But he was winning that fight 2-1. Easy. And he was winning round 4. It would have been 3-1. People forget about that. So, like I said, styles make fights, guys. Because I think Gustafsson could beat Jones. And I don't know if Gustafsson could beat Cormier. I mean, it's MMA math. It never works. It's weird. But Volkanen, man, he showed me something. And that's what the UFC needs. It needs some fresh blood. Jimmy Manuwa, not a championship contender. I mean, guys, he got knocked out. But Gustafsson, nothing to hang your hat on. Rumble starts them. And then Volkanen starts them. I don't know about his chin. You know what I mean? Like, considering, I'm not gonna, he's getting knocked out by a knockout artist, right? It's not like he's fighting Floyd Mayweather out there or people with no power. These people have dynamite in their hands, but still, great fighters. I always say this, and this is I'm all over the place. I'm pretty random. Canelo Alvarez will be a good fighter. He'll never be a great fighter because champions like John Jones, the rare ones, they find a way to win. Even if they're young or whatever, they find a way to win. Floyd Mayweather, he won. John Jones won young. Cody Garbrandt won young. Dominic Cruz. I mean, these fighters. Conor McGregor was young when he won a championship. Like, you don't got to be too experienced. Like I said, a lot of it's the mindset. Are you going to be a champ or not? Do you have what it takes to get to the next level or not? Gustafsson, guys, has all the talent to be a champion. We know that. But sometimes I wonder, is he just a second place type of guy? Is he just going to be second place and never be able to win a championship? Is he plateauing? I don't know, man. UFC, like I said, that was the best card I've seen all year. Like I said, John Jones, you really want to be, you're the greatest light heavyweight. You want to be the greatest fighter of all time, UFC fighter of all time. I wouldn't give him that. I still think the best MMA fighter of all time is Fedor Emelianenko because he fought bigger guys. It's a whole different game, guys, when you fight people smaller than you. Even reach-wise, there's a lot of guys, I'm 230. there's a lot of guys who are shorter. I still have huge advantage over them, but it's different. Whenever I play basketball, I wrestle with a bigger guy. It's different, guys. It's really showing that you have a better skill set than them. Jones didn't seem so like he wanted to fight Stipe. I was telling Richie, I think Stipe beats him. Stipe walks down his punches, has KO power. If Stipe catches Jones with the same punches that Cormier caught him, he's sleeping, no doubt. The real intriguing matchup at heavyweight to me is Kane versus Jones. Because Jones is long. He's going to be longer than Kane, for sure, right? He'll dwarf Kane. But Kane has better cardio than Cormier. I think none of us are going to debate that unless they're fighting in Mexico. And Kane has got brutal leg kicks, right? So I think he's going to be chopping Jones' leg down. You got to kick John Jones. What's sticking out on John Jones are his legs. And he's either kicking you, you need to start kicking him back because those things are small. I think Joe Rogan always says, like, I don't know why nobody ever kicked his legs. They need somebody to chop those legs down. Kane's a big kicker. I think Kane could get him. He can wrestle with them. I'd say that's neutral. Hands, neutral. Heart, neutral. Guys, Jones has heart too. But cardio-wise, Kane, dog in him. Man, that's a close one. But I for some reason, I'd favor Kane. I just feel like Kane would beat him. Just got that weird feeling about it. Anyways, guys, me and Richie will be doing an MMA podcast once a week. We need your questions and stuff like that. Write it down. We're not saying we're better than anybody, but we're a little bit younger crowd, 28, 27 range. Age doesn't matter. But we're tired of seeing people on Ariel Helwani's show, 50, 70 years old, fat dudes, who don't even watch MMA, who can't really tell you much of it. We feel like we're kind of more hip. I mean, we love MMA. I mean, I'm telling you, there's certain fights on prelims that me and Richard would call each other on and start screaming like little girls. That's all we do. When the fight's on, like Saturday, we don't even go out. We just watch the prelims. I know we're weird. But like I said, guys, I want your input on what you guys think. John Jones, Cormier, you can't put him in there with him. Cormier retires, guys. The reason he cried is because he went through so much. He wanted to prove to everybody, and he was winning. Imagine having something that hurts because you have it right there. He was 2.5 rounds away from winning that fight, in my opinion. He was doing everything right. And he didn't even know what happened. It was like a blink of an eye. He got kicked. From that point on, he doesn't know what's going on. And he wakes up, guys, and hears the crowd. And they're telling him, hey, you lost. Sit down. I mean, that's hard. And like I said, he's a competitor, guys. He's come back from a lot of things. And he's a good person. He's an Olympian. He's worth $4 to $5 million. Has a good job. He's a coach at AKA. He's got a good life for him, so he's blessed. But like I said, show some love. There's no need to hate all the time, guys. I mean, these are warriors out there putting their lives on the line for our pleasure, right? Like I said, walking that walk, fighting John Jones with all those weapons is not easy. I don't care who you are. And Cormier was doing everything right. Everything right. There's no way John Jones can make anybody. He's not going to make you look too good because Jones was too long. He's got too many tricks. But it's Cormier, in my opinion, guys, had him. Cormier can beat him, like I said, but out of 10, Jones wins 7, Cormier wins 3. But, man, guys, what a crushing defeat for Daniel Cormier. I'm so tired. One thing, Frank Mir was talking shit about Cormier, not the real champ. First of all, Frank Mir, when you fought all these bums in the UFC, you could not beat Stipe in his prime. You couldn't beat JDS. You couldn't beat Kane. You lost against Overeem. You beat Czech Congo. Frank Mir, you're like the only one that was doing jiu-jitsu. And you're probably one of the biggest heavyweights when you were fighting. You fought Tim Silva, stuff like that. You would be a bum if you fought the heavyweight now. Derek Lewis would knock you out. Ben Rothwell would knock you out. Frank Mir, you just got in at the right time. You're not that great of a fighter, so shut your fucking mouth because Daniel Cormier beat you, and you're just jealous because when he fought you, you couldn't even get off the cage. So, yeah. And then Brock Lesnar beat the fuck out of you twice. The first time he was beating the fuck out of you, and like I said, you just know jiu-jitsu, you grabbed his ankle. The second time, he beat the fuck out of you. He literally would have killed you. So, stop talking shit, Frank Mir. No one gives a fuck about you. Like, you ain't shit. For you to talk shit about DC, like, what have you done? He beat the fuck out of you. Like, he had you against the cage, and you couldn't do anything. And you were the bigger man, about at least 30 to 40 pounds, and you couldn't do anything. That's sad. So, like I said, Frank Mir's a pussy. He got cut by the UFC, has no balls. He fought JDS, gave up. He has no heart. I don't like people kicking people while they're down. Like I said, Daniel Cormier gave his heart out, guys. He got a kick. If that kick had been any lower, Daniel eats it. His body, he was eating all the body kicks. We never known what would have happened because Cormier could have easily started taking on. Because it looked like Joan was getting a little tired as well. He was backing up. That pace. Man, I wish that wouldn't have happened. But it is what it is. MMA gods did what happened. And like I said, here we are. Any questions, any concerns, write us below. Subscribe. You guys want to come on the show? We're in Dallas, Texas. We don't have much, but it's cool. Like I said, we'll talk about anything MMA related. Yeah. Like I said, one last thing, guys. I'm all over the place. But Cyborg Santos, people talk about her skills. Yeah, she's good, but it shows you how great JJ is. Because I really feel, had she been a little bit bigger, she starts as all the women. Skill per skill, she has the best skill. I can't say the same about Jones. You know he's great. I don't think skill for skill, he has the most skill to everybody. I just think he's bigger than everybody. He's got huge advantage. I mean, this guy hits you. By the time you swing, John Jones already hit you, and he's like a whole foot away from you, and he's moving back. Like I said, guys, subscribe and do whatever you guys want. Ask any questions. Like I said, we're here for you guys. John Jones is back. The King is back. I'm a huge DC fan. Like I said, we're here for you guys. All right, see you next time.